I'm about to eat at the Minnesota State Fair for 3 days. I have been teasing this video for weeks now. I've been hatching Easter eggs like Taylor Swift, and the day has finally arrived. Pennywise! That's the last Easter egg. Gosh, these ride up. Okay, come on, Pennywise. I didn't know he had all of this. In this video, we're gonna be spending the next 3 days at the Minnesota State Fair. A boot! And of course, I'm going just for the food. Because first of all, gluttony, but also second of all, you are not gonna see me riding one of those rides. They always look like someone built them using an IKEA manual. No thank you, Lincolnberry, no. Throughout the 3 days, I'm gonna be taste testing all the craziest, quirkiest foods I can possibly find. At least 10 items a day. So that means throughout this video, I'll be trying at least 30 items. Guys, this is an Avengers level food event. Thanos is gonna snap and I'm gonna get diarrhea. It's gonna be like, girl, bam. You guys know I've been in Minnesota the past couple days exploring the largest mall in America. It's not that big. Like if a gherkin was a mall, it would be this mall. I'm just kidding, guys. It was great. I ate so much food. I walked 1,000 miles in my Skechers. Somehow they're not turned to dust yet. That's amazing. But I came to Minnesota for the state fair. This is the main event. The grease is the star of the week. And I'm not talking about the grease on my face, which is covered by my gorgeous BB cream. I've only been to one state fair ever, and it was the Florida State Fair because that's where I'm from. I know you're thinking, oh, he's one of those crazy Floridians. Oh, get her, go get her. Get her. Sorry, my pet alligator, Peggy Sue, is not cooperating today. Go get her, now. I only spent 1 day at the Florida State Fair, but it was so much fun, I had to travel 1,500 miles just to go to another one. I had to. And apparently, the Minnesota State Fair is the second biggest state fair ever. The biggest one is in Texas. Are we surprised? Everything's bigger in Texas. And I currently don't have any plans to go to the Texas State Fair. Stop asking. Edward, Jacob. People say I'm a very good liar. Now, I got the Minnesota State Fair app and I took a quick look at some of the items. Girlies, I have never been so repulsed and excited at the same time. We got chicken fried bacon. What the hell? Give me 10 right now. Now, a Bison Meatball Sub. Something called the Land of 10,000 Cakes. Oh, did they name that after me? I'm honored. Wow. A pizza cheese curd taco plus an Uncrustable Burger. Okay, aliens, I'm ready. Beam me up. Plus, of course, there's so much more that we have to discover. So give this video a big thumbs up if you're enjoying it. It is the easiest way to support little old me and my whole career. Also, subscribe. I make food content, restaurant food, theme park food, fair food, and I'm traveling the globe. I mean, I've been to 3 states so far, but you know what I mean. Let's go, come on, let's go a boot. These divas were on a mission to get to the fair. They are power walking. They made it, I made it as well. We are here. We are at the state fair. Look at all these Minnesotans. They look so excited to be here and just ready to feast on grease. We are here at the state fair, girlies. The weather is perfect. It's a little chilly and I do have my calves exposed, but they look good and that's what matters. I'm just grateful I'm not sweating. You guys know I'm from Florida. The swamps, the trenches. I'm constantly sweating there, so this is great. I had the weirdest bag check experience ever. So I went through the detector and it beeped, of course, because I have like a billion things in here. And instead of going to like a bag check table, the security lady was just standing there and she was like, do you have keys in there? I was like, no. And then she was like, do you have a camera? And I was like, yes. And she was like, give it to me. So I gave it to her. And then she was like, what else you got? And I was like, I have some chargers. I have my sunglasses. I have wipes. And she was like, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. And she ended up holding everything in my purse like this. And I was like, what is going on? And then she gave it all back to me. It was bizarre, but I feel safe. So that's good. So here are some rides. We have a tilt-a-whirl. We have... what even is that? I don't know. And they have lots of gorgeous trees, guys. I'm used to palm trees. Okay, I live in Florida. If I climb one of them, I'm gonna get poked. They have a Ferris wheel, of course. That's why the fair is called the fair. It is derived from the word Ferris wheel. And this is a cute little eating area. Anyways, it's time for our first taste test. I went to Basket of Wings, Chicken Tenders, Grilled Chicken Sandwich. Is that the name of the business? I guess so. And I got their Frosted Flakes chicken on a stick. We are starting off strong.
I'm excited.
Look what's behind me. A sign that says, eat up the fun. Is that not a sign? from the big man upstairs saying, eat all you want, be a glutton, I'll forgive you. Thank you. I was worried. Honestly, I'm a bit overwhelmed. Walking into a new theme park or a new fair, anything like that is very overstimulating. That's what the TikTokers are saying these days, right? I was overstimulated. Anyways, let's try this. This is a frosted flake chicken on a stick. Now it does seem quite soggy. It's already falling. Ooh, it's literally falling apart, crumbling. But I passed by the stand and I thought to myself, that sounds great. See, when I'm overstimulated, the jokes don't land. Tony the Tiger's like, girl, I don't sound like that. Let's just try it. It's not great. I know you're thinking, Timmy, it's fried chicken on a stick. How could it be that disgusting? It is. And don't worry, the people at the stand cannot hear me from here, but it's disgusting and vile, and I hate it so much. We are starting this video off on a horrible note, like when Fergie sang the national anthem. First of all, the chicken on the inside does not taste seasoned in the slightest. It's completely dry, also completely overcooked, and it tastes like chicken that has been frozen. And I know that was a phenomenon back in, what, 2011? But Elsa's time is over. Everyone's standing the K-pop demon hunters, okay? Golden. They should make a song called Soggy as well. The breading, though, is the worst part. It does not taste like Frosted Flakes. It does not taste even related to Frosted Flakes. It's completely soaked through with grease, but not just any old grease. It tastes like rancid grease. And this state fair just opened. I'm here on like the third day. How is it already rancid? Did they transfer rancid grease from somewhere else? I can't comprehend that. And I can't comprehend a lot of things because I was homeschooled, but that's one of the things I can't comprehend the most. There is a hint of sweetness because of the Frosted Flake, but there's no other flavor happening here besides the old oil. So I have to give it a 1 out of 10. Wow. Let's hope this picks up.
Greetings from Minnesota, land of 10,000 lakes. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop with the Minnesota accent because I really can't do it. That is my motto. If you're not good at it, give up. Next up, we have Pronto Pups. This is a very popular type of corn dog situation type deal. And look at the line, guys. That was the line. I stood in it for about 5 whole minutes. It was excruciating.
Girlies, this table feels like it's about to snap. Thanos, I'm not ready yet. So this is called a Pronto Pup. I Googled it. Apparently, it is a corn dog without the corn. So the batter is made out of something else, like flour or something a bit more digestible. And the lady was like, do you want mustard and ketchup on it? I was like, sure. And then she just took a paintbrush and like Picasso, she went in and painted my corn dog. And it's very dainty for a corn dog type situation type deal type moment. I can really relate to that. Let's try it. Okay. You know, it's definitely a huge upgrade from Tony the Tiger's terrifying tender, but I'm not blown away. I thought it would taste more special and different. And it does taste a little different, but it doesn't taste nearly as good as your classic corn dog. Do you know why? Because the cornmeal really adds a bit of a sweetness that balances out the saltiness in a corn dog and all the fried flavor. This tastes like fried Wonder Bread around a hot dog. I'm not disgusted, but I'm just wondering if it has a purpose for existing. If you're not gonna be better than a corn dog, why are you here? The hot dog within does taste like a classic salty good hot dog. I just feel like there's no balance, and when the balance is off, then Demi Moore's finger turns into a prune. The girls that get it. So I'm gonna have to give it, a 4.5? Not bad. By the way, guys, there's so many bees in Minnesota. I've never been stung by a bee. I don't plan on it, so they better stay away because I got a Pronto Pup at the ready. What is Minnesota known for? I thought they were known for cheese, but that's Wisconsin. We talked about that in my last video. What is their thing? Robot. What is Minnesota known for as a state? Abundant freshwater resources. Water? That's it? At least be known for soda. A nice little soda pop or something fresh.
They have this trolley called the Stillwater Trolley. I almost went on it, but then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait for the sparkling water trolley. Next up, we have the Green Mill something, and they are serving hot honey pizza rolls. As you can see, they're popular because the line was huge. This line actually took like 20 minutes. And there were bees flying around me. I was trying not to scream at the top of my lungs like, help! Help me. I was trying not to sound like Sarah Paulson because everyone else was very chill and they were really keeping their cool. So I felt like I had to keep my cool. These are the hot honey pizza balls. If you don't say it like that, then you don't mean it.
I'm shaking. As I was trying to find seating, because there's not a lot of like tables and most of them are taken, I was walking across like the whole fair and a bee was chasing. A bee was chasing me because I think it thought I stole its honey. It was like, girl, that's mine. I made that. That's my vomit. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm new here. I'm not used to being in a bee infested area. It was a little bit scary, but I made it through. And these look so good, guys. Hot honey pizza balls. You know, all that's missing is a pepperoni sack. But I think the pepperoni's probably in here, so that makes sense. And there's 3 of them. It was $10. I feel like that's a pretty decent price because this is so heavy. This is a meal in itself. That bite was all pepperoni. No, babe. Take it back. I don't want it. You know, at first I was a bit disappointed, I have to say. I know I sound like such a negative Nancy in this video so far. It's not my fault that the first 2 items weren't that good. Blame Minnesota. They're the ones making it. I was disappointed at first because that first roll did not have any cheese. It was just a thick mound of pepperonis, which, please don't let me get the gout. I've had it once before, and I learned. I ate 60 turkey pepperonis all in one day. And my foot swelled up like a balloon. I thought my toe shattered like a mirror, but it didn't. It was the gout. So that has happened before. That's a true story. And I'm hoping it doesn't happen again because I swear there were like 10 pepperonis in there. There were a lot, but I was like, where's the cheese? Did someone cut it? But then I bit into the second one. That one had a big, thick layer of cheese and it made it honestly taste fantastic. So I'm not disappointed. Yay! The pizza dough is really soft, really fluffy, just easy to bite into, not chewy at all. And it has a nice little layer of crispy cheese on top. And that adds a nice little homemade real Italiano flavor. And the cheese within honestly tastes like the cheese they put into stuffed crust at Pizza Hut. And that's a huge compliment. I love that stuff. I could drink it. And the pepperonis taste classic. The hot honey could be a little hotter, but it's very sweet. And it goes so good with that pepperoni flavor. It really is a perfect duo. I think it's the next salt and pepper. Hey, you want some salt and pepper with your meal, Cassandra? No, thank you. I brought pepperonis and hot honey. Yeah, try it out. I'm gonna give it a very nice 8 out of 10. Yes. Woo! There's so many bugs. There's so much wildlife.
It is time for the fried cheese curds. Now, my sister Sarah is always on TikTok and she told me, oh my gosh, everyone's trying the fried cheese curds. You have to try them. And I really like to conform to society, so I got them. I got the ranch flavor. What do we think, girlies?
This is my last time talking about bees, I promise. I'm so sorry. I'm just having a adjustment period. I was waiting for my cheese curds, which are bound to cause me so much gas later. And there was a bee literally right behind me. I started kind of like, you know, doing the bee dance. And I was like doing this with my hat just in case. And this alpha looked at me like I was crazy. I feel like there should be respect between alphas. Like, I get you, you get me, but guess not anymore. These cheese curds look amazing. I got the ranch flavor, but there were lots of flavors. Cajun, garlic, but you guys know when ranch is on the menu, my valley is never hidden. I am gonna be there. These do look very greasy, but it's to be expected. Let's try it. Minnesota's really coming for Wisconsin's brand. Wisconsin, you're safe. Your brand is safe. You're good. It's still your signature thing. I really like the quality of the cheese on the inside. It has that perfect little squeak to it. Makes my molar sound like a mouse. And it's nice and salty, but the batter is not very crispy and it's not very good. Guys, I really need to start getting items that will slay me because I really want some more positivity today. I really do. It's such a thin breading and usually I like that, but when the breading is thin plus soaked with grease, it just becomes almost like wet oil paper on the outside. I do think the flavor's okay. It is a light flavor. It lets the cheese shine, but there is a nice little extra saltiness and a bit of a garlic flavor coming from the ranch seasoning. So I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10, you know? Oh my gosh, the family with the alpha male dad, now they're all staring at me, the whole family. Whenever people stare, I just try not to look at them because then it becomes awkward and then they feel the need to say something and then I have to speak like a human being to another being. It's just too much pressure, so yeah.
Have you ever seen a Home Depot? Was it shaped like a home? Right. It's time for Sweet Martha's cookies, y'all. So this is a place that is quite iconic. I've even heard of it. Martha makes tons of cookies and she shoves it into a bucket and sells it. And that's what this whole business is. I love it.
Guys, the alpha ended up being so nice. When I turned off my camera, I heard coming from the distance,
"It wasn't crispy, right?"
and I was like, huh? And he was like,
"The cheese curds, they weren't crispy."
because he had got some too. And I was like, oh no, they weren't, but I didn't want to scream too loud because the restaurant was right there. And he was like,
"Yeah, they're pretty soggy."
and I was like, yeah, I agree. And he was super nice. So maybe there is still that respect. Maybe, oh, there's a bee. Maybe bros can still be bros, right, bro? Sweet Martha is not just sweet. She is also generous, and she might possibly be into feeding people because the portions were crazy. If you got a bucket, it was like this huge mound on top of the bucket. If you got the cup, they just stacked the cookies up up to here. And so when I ordered it, I was like, is it possible to just leave it flat? And she was like, sure. And she left it flat because I'm not gonna eat all that. And knowing me, I would be dropping chocolate chip cookies all over the fair because I'm clumsy. Hansel and Gretel, more like Timmy and Beth. Let's try these cookies. Oh my god. Oh my god. Finally, a full slice. I'm so grateful. Look at her. Look at this little diva. You ate that, Martha. I'm so impressed. You know, everyone knows Martha Stewart. She's been to prison. She's been through a lot. This Martha is still pure of heart. These are the quintessential perfect chocolate chip cookies. Are they anything unique or different? No. But when you think chocolate chip cookies, you think of this exact flavor. They are, first of all, warm, perfectly chewy, with a hint of a granulated sugar texture that just gives it a little bit of a grit that makes the chewiness even more interesting. They have a golden brown sugar flavor, and there's the perfect amount of chocolate chips. There's not too many. I'm gonna give them a perfect 10 out of 10, no complaints. Victory! Wait, I have to twirl. Okay. Look, guys, I found the car area. This is what I've been looking for this whole time. I love Fords and also the Ferraris. Wasn't there a movie about that? Oh, GMC. Grand Motor Local? No, Grand Local. I'm trying to sound educated in the car department. I don't think it's working. But it did make me think of when Jacob called Bella Loca. Hey, Loca. What did he say to her? Loca.
Oh, the fair, things are happening everywhere. The funnel cakes are frying, the rides are riding. My hairline continues to recede as well. And there's so many people. Guys, look at this. You know how ants kind of climb on top of each other and make a big blob of ants? That's what I feel like I'm seeing, but with human beings. Next up, we got the top boss. Now, this is the cake boss's brother, but his brother moved to Idaho. So he quit the cake boss family business and he was like, I'm gonna make my own business, potatoes. And I got the dill pickle tots with a side of jalapeno ranch.
The sun shines upon my tots, as you can see. It's perfectly lit while I'm cast in a shadow. It's like the beast when Bella's like, come into the light. And he does, and she's like, oh God. Let's try these dill pickle tots. They look so good. They're covered in a dill pickle seasoning. Oh my God. We have some jalapeno ranch as well. I can't stop. This is not only the best thing I've had today, it's one of the best food items I've had in a long time. And I'm a food critic, world renowned, not just in Florida or in Minnesota, the globe. So that's such a crazy statement, but I truly stand by it. The tots are so crispy, crunchy, flaky, and you'd think you were in Idaho just because of how authentic the potato tastes. They're perfectly fried. They don't taste like frozen tots. They taste better than that, for sure. And there's a sour vinegar flavor coming from within, which just makes the pickle seasoning taste even stronger. And the pickle seasoning itself is the tiniest bit spicy. I feel like there's a garlic flavor in there, like a garlic pickle vibe, and it's not too salty. I feel like it's very easy to make pickle type items very salty. Not her. She said, I've been to the pink Himalayas. I've seen all the salt I needed to see. And now I'm here and I know the amount I have to put. And I have to say, I'm so grateful to the employee there. First of all, he was so nice. And when I ordered the dill pickle tots, he was like, you know what goes great with that? The jalapeno ranch. I said, bring it on. I didn't say that. I'm too socially awkward. I said, okay, thank you. I'll take it. Accept me for who I am. And that's what he did. And this pickle ranch is Denny's ranch, but spicy. And that's a big compliment because I love Denny's ranch. This is a 100 out of 10.
Now this is the tractor testing area. If you're looking to buy a new tractor, you can sit on each of these, leave your snail-like sweaty butt print on a bunch of them, and then pick one that is best suited to crop your harvests. Personally, I like the Tractor Turbo 3000 Pro Max. And this is a butterfly house, so you can just walk in and be with the butterflies. Now, butterflies do have that colorful dust on them, so when there's that many butterflies, you have to be careful about inhaling all that, because you might end up looking like Glozell when she did the cinnamon challenge and dust was flying everywhere. Been there, done that, girl. I got walking pneumonia when I did it, so just be careful. Now, this is truly iconic. This is the corn roast. This is what everyone talks about. Basically, you just walk up, you get a ticket, and then you pass it to the girlies, and they give you a hunk of corn.
Y'all some corn. I got my corn. Oh, Sophie. That was the most hectic situation I've ever been in. There were so many people. You had to buy a ticket to get a corn, almost like you're seeing a movie, but instead you're gonna get corn stuck in your teeth. And I had to use my emergency cash because they only took cash. I felt like I was in 1802. And so that was different, but I had to get it because everyone talks about the corn, you know? Hello.
Keep rolling.
Oh, yeah.
Keep rolling.
Okay, hello.
Hey, this right here is fire.
Yeah?
Hey, you know what's up.
I mean, like, I hope so. I haven't tried it yet.
You gotta go ahead. Where is it at? Where's it from? Where's it from? Talk to me.
It's from over there with the corn.
Okay,
There's, like, tons
okay.
of corn.
Tons
like,
of corn.
statues.
If y'all know something about Minnesota, it's the corn, bro. We got that on lock. You know what I'm saying? Big up to agriculture for real.
Period.
What's
I'm
up?
excited to try it.
All right. Enjoy it,
you,
all right?
Thank you.
Sir, enjoy the fair.
Wow. I guess we have guests appearing in today's video. How exciting. He was nice. I just thought he recognized me at first because my ego was so huge, but instead he just wanted to be in the video. So, okay, sure. Let's try this. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Oh. Oh my God. I feel like the most grateful horse. Did I say corn statues? There were no statues of corn. I meant decorations. This is incredible. Move that bus. I love this. This is the freshest, most crunchiest, most sweetest corn I've ever had. To be honest, thought it would just taste like a corn on the cob. It doesn't. It tastes better. So the Minnesotans are not lying. When he said that Minnesota is something with agriculture, I was like, okay, things grow everywhere, but this is really that girl. I've never had such crispy corn. Like my teeth sink into it and they think it's a kettle cooked potato chip. And it has this really fresh tasting sweet butter on it. It's not the kind of butter that like makes your beard smell. People with beards know what I'm talking about. When you eat something really buttery and it gets on your mouth, your beard starts to smell kind of like butt, you know? But not this. It also tastes a little fire roasted, a little salty. It's just the best corn I've ever had. 10 out of 10. And I made a friend. Now this is sort of like an inside expo area where you can walk around, I guess buy things, and you can look at like bear carved lamps. Careful of the claws, rawr. And this wall had some random wheels on it, and a bike, and a motorcycle, and just all the different pieces of an automobile you could ever need. It's a whole Jiffy Lube in here. And here's just a few really nice cinematography shots of the fair itself. I just wanted you guys to feel immersed in the experience, kind of like watching an IMAX movie, but filmed by a bald-headed 5'7" man in Skechers. So it's a little different than Christopher Nolan, you know, but I think a little bit better, to be honest. Now this is RC's Barbecue, and they have a new item called Hula Kaluuya Pork, and it's basically pork with a few slices of banana chips and cucumbers. This was $14. Now, I thought the price was okay based on the picture, but I don't know why it looks like a lot less, right? It looks a little empty, but I'm still excited. It's Kaluuya pork, so I think it's like Hawaiian themed pork. That's exciting. I've never been to Hawaii. Okay. Okay, it's growing on me. Peppa, I'm glad you learned how to hula dance. She's like, look at me, Daddy. I know how to hula dance. I watched Moana on Disney Plus. It's pretty good. It does really remind me of like a Thanksgiving ham, you know, just like the honey smoked ham. And I've never been that into that. I mean, I'm thankful for it, but I've never been that into it. But it's a little more tender and it has a little bit more spice to it, like a little bit more heat to it. And it's a little sweeter and a little saltier in like a soy sauce kind of way. So it's kind of like a honey baked ham 2.0. It isn't bad, but I probably wouldn't get it again. I'm gonna give it a 5.5. Yes.
Now this is the section of the fair with the scary rides, girlies. I'm talking like, what even is that? It's like you're on a massive spatula being scrambled like an egg. No thank you. My head is already egg shaped, so I'm prone to scrambling. And this is a haunted castle. I'm assuming it's just a haunted house, but it looks really spooky. And this queen looks like she just smelled the worst fart of her life. Oh, someone had too many cheese curds. And there's also, of course, the games where you can win things like a pickle or a corn on the cob. Whatever happened to teddy bears? Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to Beanie Babies, you know? The classics. Now we just have vegetation. Now, what is this ride supposed to be? I see a boat. I see a snowboarder. Is it supposed to make you feel like an active person? And this is your typical loop-de-loop, loop-da-doop, beep-bop-boop ride where you just go in a circle. Oh, it's so exciting. Oh, give me a headache for no reason. What is that? What's it doing to them? Oh, God. Jigsaw made this one for sure. He was like, do you want to play a game? Let's go to the fair. Let's go, girl. I want some cheese curds. Thank you. And this is a little horse race. So if you haven't ever gone to like a horse derby, this is the exact same experience probably. I mean, I have never been, so this is the closest I am getting to that. But I really kind of felt like Pretty Woman for a second. And this is a maze full of magic. As you can see, this sorcerer has cast a spell on himself to be painted horribly. Okay, on to the next snack. We have hot dish on a stick. So as you can see, it's a deep fried meatball, tater tot, meatball, tater tot, meatball, tater tot, and then you dip it into this cream of mushroom sauce. Honestly, it's a gorgeous shade of fried. I love that. And oh my God, I found this terrifying alley. Oh my goodness.
So when I saw this really scary looking alley, I knew I had to do a taste test here. Don't ask me why, it was just a feeling. I just knew it was pretty compared to the surroundings. Anyways, this is a hot dish on a stick. Now, I think a hot dish is a tater tot casserole. This one has cream of mushroom hamburger dipping sauce. And you guys know I hate fungi, but I've never really minded cream of mushroom soup. I feel like I can handle it. There's not enough mushroom flavor to fully disgust. Meatball. Oh no, is my mic not on? Oh my word. Hello? Is that better? I'm sorry. You probably could literally barely hear me. It was probably just wind. I'll do a voiceover, it's fine. Unless if I got lazy. Future Timmy is a mess, that's for sure. I wanna find the tater. There it is. Is that a goat? Oh, there's a goat right next to me. Look at this diva. Look at her. No, wait, that's a sheep. It doesn't look demonic enough to be a goat. You know, this is so much better than I expected. A lot of fried random things on a stick are just that, fried random things on a stick. They don't taste like a cohesive dish, or you could say a hot dish. It's definitely not cold. This tastes like it was meant to be on a stick. The meatballs are actually decently fresh tasting. They don't taste fully like frozen meatballs, so that's surprising. They have a good meatball flavor, and then the tater tots kind of like melt into the batter and just become this like potato cakey deliciousness. Love that. The mushroom sauce honestly just tastes like cream of chicken to me, so it's like any old Campbell's. It doesn't matter. It's all good for the soul, right? And the batter's the best part because it tastes like a cross between a corn dog batter and onion ring batter. Definitely not a Pronto batter. I don't taste any Wonder Bread here. Ooh, there's like a little car coming. Big Daddy almost got run over by the little golf cart. Am I in the way? Maybe I'm in the way. Maybe I should go. It all works so well together. It's all truly delicious and it's barely greasy at all somehow. So I really like this a lot. I'm gonna give it a very strong 9 out of 10. Oh my gosh, this is one of those abundant freshwater sources and it smells like a sewer. Pennywise must be near. Let's go.
Imagine if sheep sounded like that. I think we would like them more. Here's a little photo shoot spot if you want to take a photo right on top of hay. I prefer a JCPenney photo shoot personally, but to each their own. And this is a whole cattle barn, so you can just walk in and talk to your future burger.
Hey, Diva.
That was a horrible joke. I'm so sorry. I love cows. I cherish them, especially when they're in my Whopper. Speaking of leche, we are about to try. I'm sorry. We're about to try some fresh dairy ice cream, okay? I got the orange dreamsicle flavor.
This is the fluffiest looking ice cream I've ever seen in my life. I'm so excited. I can't find a table, so I'm just gonna walk and eat. Oh my god, I really like fresh dairy. I get it. I get the farmers.
Oh god, girlies, this white nose hair keeps on growing back, and I didn't realize that I had it at the moment, but it is shining bright like a diamond. Rihanna could have written a song about this. I'm just getting so old, and Edward needs to change me because he's not gonna love me when I'm an old woman. Jacob!
This is pasteurized, right? Yeah, for sure. Right? Oh, hey, tapeworm. The Moo Booth. Thank you for this. They're so great. This is truly the best soft serve I've ever had. Not just because it's an orange dreamsicle and it's a dream. Where am I? Where am I? I'm in the business area. That's where the managers are. Is Tim here? Tim? It has a slight orange flavor, not too strong. It's not sour at all. It's just like the perfect, oh, a bee and a horse. Hey girl. But it mostly has a really strong vanilla flavor. It is so sweet without being icky sweet. And it is so creamy in the most refreshing way. It's not heavy. It's like airy. It's like a cloud. It's a dream, you could say. I'm just grateful to be here in Minnesota just to taste this. So far, this, the corn, what else? The tater tot, those have been my favorite snacks, but we have so many more to go.
So this is the sky tower. You can go up it and you can look at the sky. Personally, I wouldn't do it just because I can see the sky from down here. It's blue. Girlies, watch out! Sorry, I was just smashing something because I am about to try the Smash-adilla. It looks so smushed already.
Girlies, I think I'm reaching my limit for the day, or I'm getting close to it. I'm getting full, I'm getting tired. This fair is no joke. It's so big. I can't even imagine Texas. Why does everything have to be bigger there? I don't get it. What are they trying to prove? Oh, there's a bug. So I got the Smash-adilla. Oh my god. I think that it's based on either a quesadilla or Godzilla. It seems to be like a burger, Big Mac sort of taco type thing. It's got pickles, lettuce, sauteed onions, some sort of burger sauce. I think a slice of Munster cheese. I'm impressed. No one ever uses Munster because it's a monster. People stay away. They're like, oh god, it's too much. You're scary. And that's how Quasimodo felt in the bell tower. See, this is why we can't judge. I'm about to take off, girlies. That is so good. I expected something honestly really basic, but it tastes incredible. Oh god, Pennywise is coming over here. I'm too tired. Hi, Timmy. Penny! Penny Nicholson. Did your mom think about naming you Quarter? Can I have a bite? No, your big teeth are gonna take up all the meat. You got two big front ones. But I'll make you float too. Do I look like a balloon to you, Penny? Do I look full of helium? I have too much ass. The gravity keeps me down on the ground. Please come to the gutters with me. Can you go clown somewhere else? He's gone. Wow. I've never burped like that in my life. You know what it was? It was the abundant water sources. That Smash-adilla was truly everything. The beef patty is the best part because it tastes like one of those really crispy smashed patties that was probably cooked in mustard. Those are the best. You know what I mean? Super seasoned, tons of salt and pepper on it. And then I'm pretty sure the burger sauce might just be Thousand Island dressing, but it works for me because there's 10,000 lakes here. There's 1,000 islands within the dressing. It just fits. And the Munster cheese, honestly, I couldn't really taste it, but I'm sure it added something. I loved it overall. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. It's a full sleigh. I'm home. I mean, I'm at the hotel. I had a fantastic first day at the fair, but I did not expect it to be so draining. I feel like a scrub daddy that was just squeezed. I walked 17,000 steps, I just checked, within about 4.5 hours, but I do have one bone to pick with mini soda and also large soda. I made that joke in my last video, but it was too good to just make once. There's barely any tables. Like, there's a lot of benches, a lot of chairs, but very few tables. And I don't know if they know this, but influencers visit and we need tables, okay? So maybe they should change things around just to accommodate me. Most of those 5 hours were just me holding food, walking around, trying to find somewhere to eat it. Where do I go? Hello. But I made it work. I'm grateful to be here. It's a great time. We have 2 days left. Let's make the best of it, girlies. It's day 2. Notice I did 2 of these.
This is my OOTD. I know it doesn't match, but guess what? I don't conform to the norms of the fashion industry. Donatella Versace, more like don't conform. And I'm wearing flowers because I wanted to get the bees back, so I'm tricking them. They're gonna think this is pollen, but guess what, girl? It's just one big massive piece of fruit. The fruit flies already have dibs. Last night, I surprisingly did not feel icky in my stomach, even though I ate the nastiest, dirtiest food possible. I felt pretty good, and this morning, how do I say this in a food video? I had the most perfect turd, and I expected something much more ooey and gooey. I am very grateful for that. Thank you, big man upstairs. Of course, I did not want you to get chapped. So thoughtful. Day 2, let's go girlies. We bend and snap. Works every time. We are back. I came in through a different entrance and the baggage check was very normal. I put my stuff on a table. I didn't overflow someone's arms. So that was great. Anyways, let's go into the dairy building. My God. Come on, leche.
So when I first walked in, I was like, where's all the dairy? I don't see any. Lactose intolerance girlies should be shaking right now. They should be scared. But I just saw like surfboards and clothes. And then all of a sudden I saw dairy goodness. You can buy a bunch of ice creams here. And then I saw someone carving butter. That is so much butter, and he's turning it into faces. Who are these people? Are they a new butter species? And what are they gonna do with all this butter afterwards? Are they gonna make a ton of popcorn? Are they gonna shove it all into a butterball turkey? What is gonna happen? I have so many questions.
I have a new goal in life. Not only do I want to help human beings everywhere, but I also want to be praised as a butter sculpture. I just can't believe I'm not butter yet.
Sorry, I just got punched by a kangaroo. We are here at the Australian battered potatoes, okay? And I'm getting some Australian potatoes. They have a lot of different flavors, as you can see. And I got the flavor that came with 2 flavors, the cheese and ranch.
Girlies, I feel sneaky. I feel a little out of control, a little crazy, because I'm sitting at a bar. I don't think I'm supposed to be sitting here if I don't buy something from the bar. I don't know, like I'm in like the back. So I'm hoping they don't see me, and something about this bad girl life is really doing it for me. I think this is the new me. Oh, yeah. Angst. Okay, so I got 2 flavors of these Australian potatoes, ranch and cheese. I've never had Australian potatoes. I didn't know they even grew potatoes. I thought that was exclusive to Idaho. Maybe an Australian moved to Idaho and they were like, you know what else is down under? Potatoes, they're in the dirt. They seem to be sort of like a scalloped potato, which is a different shape for a fry. I like that. And they seem to be battered almost like a piece of fried fish or something. This is Long John kangaroos. Oh my God. Why do you watch me? Quickly, tell me. Let's first try a cheesy one, okay? The cheese does look a little translucent, kind of like a cheese window. Oh, wait. It almost fell on my purse. Wow. Timmy, sneaky, sneaky, be sneaky. Let's try a potato by itself. Okay. You know, they're very unique. I don't know if I've ever had a potato that tastes like this. They're very soft potatoes. Extremely crispy texture. I'm impressed by the crispiness. And no crispiness. In fact, have you ever had a Krispy Kreme? Was it crispy? Right. The queen ate a Krispy Kreme. Did you see the video? I saw it. Everyone tagged me. Thank you guys for that. It really changed me. So I love the texture of the batter, and I do appreciate the fact that it's very salted because a potato needs salt. That's why everyone in Idaho is completely bloated. I'm just kidding. I've never been to Idaho, but I'm assuming. I do think that they could be better if the batter had some sort of seasoning. It is just giving simple batter, and I do feel like something's lacking. It's a little too on the simple side. Now, it does have toppings like this cheese sauce, and the cheese sauce is... There's a guy glaring at me like he wants to rip off my hat and slap my bald head. Like he's literally staring me down. Guys, I'm scared. Just looking around. I don't think he even works at this bar, so I'm not leaving, no. Every time that I say that someone's staring at me, I get multiple comments saying, Timmy, not everything's about you. Not everyone's staring at you. Okay, party pooper, let me live my little egotistical fantasy, please. Anyways, the cheese sauce is quite fantastic. I thought it would just taste like gas station nacho cheese. No, it tastes realer. It does have a little hint of maybe paprika in there. It's a little bit smoky, and it's very tangy, and it's not sweet at all. Sometimes processed cheeses can be too sweet, right? This one's not. So I really love the cheese sauce. I just think that seasonings would really take this to the next level. I'm gonna give the cheese version a 6.5. Yes, now it's time for the ranch. Guys, I love ranch. I'm just hoping it's good ranch. Listen, that might be Ken's. Hey, Kenneth, I missed you.
It's been a long time. I'm proud of you for getting your own ranch business, and we always said we had big dreams together. But I guess that just wasn't our fate. Either way, you made something of yourself. I'm so happy for you. Anyways, yeah, it might be Ken's, but I do feel like they might have added some extra seasonings. It's very garlicky. It almost reminds me of tzatziki sauce mixed with Ken's ranch, if that makes sense. It's very creamy and it has a lot of flavor, and because it has so many seasonings, it really balances out the plainness of the potato, whereas the cheese couldn't handle all of that starch. What kind of a bug is that? Is that a little baby wasp? Girlies, what is that? It's like twerking or something. Why is it twerking? Okay, I'm gonna go quick. Yeah, I think the ranch is way better than the cheese, and I'm gonna give it a very strong 9 out of 10. Fantastic. So even if Australians are constantly dodging monster-sized insects and animals, at least they have these potatoes to munch on. I think that's great.
Next up, we are trying 2 items at Shanghai Henry's. So I got the brand new fried pimento cheese. And I also got the Korean barbecue tacos. It all looks amazing, does it not?
So I was so excited because my little secret table was still available in the back of the bar. But then I noticed this giant sign that was like, seating is only for customers of this bar. It was called like palm tree something or something. I don't even know what it was called. It just looked like it was called that because there were palm trees everywhere. And even though I could have still sat there, no one was really watching. Now that it was confirmed that I wasn't allowed, I just couldn't do it. So I have decided to get used to taste testing things on a bench. I'm sitting on the bench sideways. And this way I can still use it kind of like as a table. I think I'm gonna make it work throughout the day because yesterday it was very frustrating trying to find tables and just walking across the whole fair over and over. Even my sketchers were like, girl, I know we're full of air and we have futuristic shoe technology, but we're tired. So let's first try this deep fried pimento cheese. It does come with a sauce, which kind of looks like raspberry jelly. Can you see it? I am nervous about that. Let's first try it by itself. Yeah, that's schmuckers. You know, I'm not mad at that. It reminds me of a jalapeno popper a lot. Like the breading and the thickness of it and the flavor of it. Even the shape is kind of giving like jalapeno if it was grown to be a triangle, you know? Well, then it's not shaped like it at all. What am I saying? And the filling naturally does have a slight pepper flavor because of the pimento, and it has the same cheesiness. And the cheese is nice and salty. It tastes like classic pimento cheese. But I don't know if pimento cheese has as much of a pepper flavor as a jalapeno popper. That flavor really carries the whole thing. It carries the breading, carries the oil. And I just don't think pimento cheese has the pizzazz that it needs. It's still pretty good. It's just more on the light side when it comes to flavor. Now, the sauce, girl, that's jelly. That is fresh preserves made by Marmee from Little Women, because they gave everything besides the berries to their more unfortunate friends, and now they're left with just berries. So they had to make do. That's a bee, that's a bee, that's a bee. Beth protected. Oh, there's behind, it's behind. Oh my gosh, I sound like in Signs when the kid is like, it's behind. We're literally not doing this. We're not doing this. Oh, you're still following me. I forgot I have the face tracking on. It tastes like good, fresh raspberry jam, but that's all it tastes like, you know? I think it's a little too sweet for the fried globs. And I know the jalapeno poppers typically go well with like a raspberry sauce, but those have more of a spice to them to balance out the sweetness. These don't. So anyways, I'm done rambling about this. I'm gonna give it 6.5 out of 10. Not bad. Once again, now it's time for the Korean barbecue tacos. They seem to have meat, sauce, cabbage, cilantro, and green onions. I love it. Girlies? Why'd I just sound like Winifred from Hocus Pocus? Sisters? I just had an epiphany. Is Pennywise's look based on her? They got the same big tooth. They got the same shaped massive head. Wow. I think I just unlocked a part of the multiverse or something. Something glitched. That Korean taco is incredible. Ooh, mind your business, girl. It's very tender. It's in little pieces and it's completely coated, like heavily, in this incredible sauce that has so much flavor. It is kind of spicy, extremely tangy, a very potent vinegar flavor, and it's so rich. It has that umami. You know, I still don't know what umami is, but everyone says it, and they're always like, it has the umami. That's what it's got. And it's just so potent. I love that. And then the coleslaw is a little bit sweet, balances out the spiciness a lot, and it's very crunchy. My one complaint is that the tortillas do taste like they weren't warmed up, but that's the only flaw I could spot. That's a 9 out of 10. Guys, I had a great taste test on this bench. I'm gonna use the benches more and have a much easier day. Let's go.
Gong.
Goodness. Past filming, Timmy was really in his masculine era. This exhibit is based on agriculture. This is what the guy was talking about earlier with the corn. This is what Minnesota's famous for. They have a whole bee section where they're selling, I think, bee pies. I don't know. Honey pies, I guess. And also a lot of bottles of honey everywhere. So if you want honey, you can get your fill. And they were also selling Christmas trees in the middle of August. So if you want a rotten Christmas tree by December, pick one up right here. And they have a whole Minnesota fruits section. If I moved to Minnesota, this is where I would live. Now, this is basically a whole food court. I did not know this building existed until right at this moment. It's called the Food Building, and above it, it says, "That beautiful bean." Thank you for the compliment. I was insecure about it. And this is what it looks like inside. Basically a massive food court with so many people, so many lines. And I decided to get this chicken fried bacon, which has been on my list. Oh my God, that's what it looks like in real life. And then I also got this gorgeous peach cobbler donut. Now, something very intense is about to happen, and I want you to prepare yourself. The bees are about to come for mother.
Girlies, help. There's bees attacking my peach cobbler. What do I do? What do I do? I don't know what to do. Okay, there's like 3 of them now. I don't know what to do. Okay. It's over. Girlies, I left it. I left it behind. I don't know what to do. There was about 7 bees on it by the time that I left. I just feel bad that I left it for like someone to clean up, but I literally couldn't grab it. I should go back and move it. I don't know. And there was people watching me.
I can't watch this. Stop it, please. Stop this madness. You don't deserve her. Queen Bee, please tell them to stop. You know this isn't right.
I actually feel very distraught. I really wanted that donut peach cobbler. I'm gonna get another one, but I'm gonna eat it inside somehow. I'll vlog. I don't know. I'll do something. Nature has taken over. This is why I prefer the robot takeover. Okay, let's try this chicken fried bacon. And I left my sauces. So hopefully the bees will make a spicy hive out of it. I just didn't want to be like Thomas J. It's classes. Dear God. Okay, Timmy, get it together. Chicken fried bacon is probably the most American thing I ever heard of. Oh, someone said, is that a food reviewer? Yeah. That's me. Let's see. Ooh. Let's try a different piece. Okay. Oh, there's bees! Stupid! I'm gonna have a meltdown. I'm gonna have a bee meltdown. I'm just gonna burst into a pile of honey. I hate this. I thought I would like it. It's chicken fried bacon. So it's basically bacon that's been battered like chicken and then fried. I have multiple questions. How is chicken fried bacon so much less crispy than normal bacon? You'd think if they fried such a fatty meat, it would turn crispy. It doesn't. This is the gummiest, gooeyest, ooeyest bacon I've ever had. And I lived on a pig farm. I'm just kidding, I didn't. I just felt like lying. But it has the texture of what I imagine an earthworm would have. Very stretchy and just nasty. And it does not really have a bacony flavor. It has more of a ham flavor. And then the breading is much greasier than fried chicken's breading, which is not surprising because I'm sure the bacon fat dripped out of the bacon and dripped into the breading. And then the oil from the fryer probably also dripped into the breading. And so the breading is getting oil from every angle. And that just creates something that's an unenjoyable experience. And I'm very upset about my peach cobbler donut. I can't believe I let them win. I can't believe it. I've just never been stung and I don't know if I'm allergic. Like, who knows? It isn't worth the risk for a cobbler donut. Maybe it is. Should I go back? No, someone probably sat on it at this point. I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 10, not it. Oh my gosh, leave me alone. I got another one. I'm currently filming on a trash can inside, so the bees cannot get this one. This is mine. And let me just clarify, I did put up a fight. I kicked, not the bees, don't worry, I kicked the bench, nothing. I shook the little container, nothing. They were glued to it. I get they think everything sweet is their own vomit. It's not. Let's try this, I'm so excited. Oh, it's so soft. Ooh, let's see. Oh my God.
You know what? I get it. I get the piece. The queen was like, that's the good stuff. Go get it. Go get it. And I respect her. I love a girl boss. This is the fluffiest donut I think I've ever had. Now, it doesn't have a strong donut flavor. It's just more so like really fluffy, sweet bread. It's hard to explain, but it's coated in this delicious peach cobbler syrup. The peaches taste very fresh. It has all your classic peach cobbler flavors, cinnamon, nutmeg, all those good things. And I think there's a hint of sea salt in there, but I think there's too many cloves, I gotta say. It's very clove-like, kind of like Cloverfield, the movie, but otherwise it's perfect. And the syrup is kind of thin, so it really soaks into the donut. Love.
Hey, girl.
I persevered. I got it again. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Dr. Seuss, Cindy Lou.
Next up, we are trying the fry bread taco. So it's basically a flat taco on top of a big chunk of fried bread.
So when I was ordering, the super nice guy asked me for my name, and I wasn't expecting it. I got so stuck, guys. My stutter was like, girl, wake up call. I'm still here. I'm always gonna be here. He was so nice about it. That was in my face. That was in my face. This is not right. Did you see that? Is it gone? I'm just gonna add my sour cream all over. Now, you guys, this is called a fry bread taco. You might be thinking, Timmy, you've never had this. Girl, guess again. When I lived in New Mexico from when I was like 2 to like 11, me and my family would get invited to these like Native American festivals, and they served these fry bread tacos, and I was obsessed with them. But I haven't had one in like 20 years, so I'm so hyped to try one again. It's been too long. God, I'm old. And random, but at one of the Native American festivals, one of my sisters was eating this like really chunky like chili beef stew stuff. It had huge chunks of meat, and she choked on a piece of meat, literally, and my mom started giving her the Heimlich, and I think that it kind of worked, but there was still meat stuck in there, and so she couldn't swallow her spit, and the hospital was like a 30-minute drive. So as my mom drove her there, she was spitting up everywhere like a llama. It was crazy, but she's fine. It looks so good. It has beef, sour cream, cheese, lettuce, and tomato. Oh my. That's just as good as my memories. That rarely happens. How do I even go about describing this? Imagine taco fillings floating on a big fried cloud. That's what this is. The cheese tastes like cheese. The sour cream tastes like sour cream. The beef tastes like taco meat. But what makes it special is literally just the fry bread. The fry bread is almost like a really fluffy, salty donut. And it goes so well with the taco toppings. It's ridiculous. And I feel like I'm youthful again.
In the words of Hilary Duff, this is what dreams are made of, but it's also what diarrhea is made of. I am trying deep fried cookie dough.
So something really weird and nice happened. I was in line for my deep fried cookie dough, which sounds like a very normal daily activity. And this guy that was in line also looked at me, and he was like looking at me. I was like, hey, what? Does my butt look huge? And he looked very like secretive. I felt like I was back at the Palm Tree Bar trying to hide, you know? And all of a sudden he pulls this out of his pocket. I was like, a no? No, it's a coupon for cookie dough on a stick, $3 off one cookie dough on a stick. And I was like, okay, what? What'd I do to deserve this? And I thanked him so much. I was like, sir, thank you. And he was like, oh, it's no problem. And he was still being very secretive. I was like, oh, I get it. Thank you. Thanks, bro. And then I tried to order, and I was like, can I have one fried cookie dough? And the lady was like, that only works for the cookie dough on a stick, not the fried cookie dough. And I was like, oh, thank you. I put this back in my pocket. But that man made my day. What a guy. To me, this isn't what I envisioned when I thought of fried cookie dough. This is more so like a cookie dough egg roll. It's very hot. The concept of frying something while also trying to keep it raw on the inside so it still tastes like cookie dough is a level of intellectualness that a lot of us cannot even comprehend. Many people in the multiverse cannot comprehend that, but I'm trying to. It's very interesting. So let's see. Oh my. Ooh, okay, wow. So it's just as rich as it sounds. It's a billionaire. Ooh. Oh my goodness, I thought a couple was fighting. They were just having fun. I was excited for the tea. So the egg roll wrapper is very greasy, but it is very crispy. I enjoyed the texture. And the surprising thing about this is that the cookie dough on the inside has the texture of cookie dough. Like, it's still soft and raw, like a piece of sushi, but because it's warm, the flavor tastes more like a traditional cookie, just kind of melted down. You know, like if you could melt a cookie, like that's what it would taste like. It is so sweet that I literally could only take those few little bites. It's just too much to handle, but I still
kind of enjoyed it. I did. I didn't know I was this disgusting of a person, but it turns out I am. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10, yes.
We are at Spaghetti Eddie Pizza Pasta, and we are trying the Reuben Pizza. It's a Reuben sandwich on a pizza.
Guys, I found a Reuben pizza. What in the world? It has all the classic Reuben toppings like corned beef, Thousand Island dressing, Swiss cheese, and sauerkraut. I'm not ready. I love Reuben sandwiches. Every time I eat a Reuben sandwich, I always make a joke about American Idol Season 2 because that man has such an angelic voice. He's always on my mind. But I thought I would switch it up and make a joke about Clay. Clay, were you molded? No. Remember his song Invisible? That was creepy. It was. But he was also a great singer. It still is, I'm sure. Let's try this. Ooh. Oh, by the way, the lady at the Reuben pizza stand said, I love your shirt. And I was like, thank you. And then she was like, are those leaves? And I was like, I think so. And that's where the conversation ended. And then I left with my pizza. Let's try it. Who would have thought that would work so well? Who? Not me. How do you say Reuben in Italian? To say Reuben in Italian, you use the same spelling, but the pronunciation is different from the English version. The Italian pronunciation of Reuben would be closer to Reuben. Have I been saying it in Italian this whole time? Mamma mia, I love that. This pizza is incredible. Ooh, was that a fly or a bee? Girl, I can't handle this. Mother Nature, go mother somewhere else. You're a helicopter mom. I think that this might even work better than a Reuben sandwich because sometimes Reuben sandwiches can be a bit too bready, a bit too heavy. This is a nice thin piece of crust and it really lets the Reuben toppings shine. The Thousand Island dressing is very sweet, but it's not in a super thick layer, so it works for me. And it's like literally the sauce of the pizza. And then the corned beef is distributed into these hard little crispy pieces that remind me of fresh bacon bits, but they have a corned beef flavor, so it's like very tame bacon, and because it's in little bits, it's not chewy, it's not gummy. It works so well. And then the sauerkraut adds a hint of little sourness, a little hint of crunch. It's just incredible. I love this pizza, 10 out of 10. Today is kind of full of sleighs, is it not? Are we serving and gagging the house down, mama?
Next up, we are at the Farmers Union, voice of rural Minnesota, and we are trying the Bison Meatball Sub, okay, and also for dessert, the new apple glaze.
Guys, I just met one of you, the sweetest girly. She was working at the Bison Meatball stand, and she was behind the counter, and she literally said that she falls asleep to my videos every day. Are you saying I'm boring? I make you fall asleep? I'm just kidding. It was the sweetest thing ever, and we took a picture. She made my day. I did get the Bison Meatball Sub, even though it makes me clench a little bit. I wanted to try it and be experimental. I have had bison once before. It was at Epcot, and it was in like sort of a steak form. I guess that's its more natural form. I hated it. It was gamey. It tasted like what I imagine elk or moose to taste like, because bison is probably their cousin, and it just kind of disgusted me. But these are meatballs. They also have pork in them, so that might help. And it's a whole sub. You know, I can't just try bison once and say it's disgusting forever. If I try it twice and I don't like it, I'll say it's disgusting forever. It seems to have some like crunchy little fried onions on it, some cucumber, which is nice. Cucumber, that's different. And some sort of a mayonnaise cream stuff. So let's go in. Well, I barely got anything. Wait, let me try it by itself. That's not bad at all. Oh my gosh, maybe Mickey just really doesn't know how to cook, because that Disney version was disgusting. This, you know what this tastes like? This tastes kind of like a Swedish meatball sub, a sub they would serve in the IKEA lighting section, because it has this rich, beefy gravy on it that really gives it the Swedish meatball effect. But the meatball itself is actually quite crunchy on the outside. It almost tastes like it's like rolled in breadcrumbs maybe and then cooked. I'm not sure, but it has a great texture. And the meat itself isn't gamey. It just kind of tastes like a more rich blend of pork and beef. And the bun is very toasty. I'm pretty sure that like creamy stuff is sour cream, which I've never thought of using sour cream as a condiment on a sandwich. I'm used to, you know, eating it by the spoon. That's why it's called dollop of daisy. You eat it by the dollop, but I'm not used to it on a sandwich. And I think that also gave it even more of a Swedish meatball effect. Now, would I get this at the fair if I wasn't filming? Probably not, just because it's so big and hot. And you know what I mean? It's a lot. But I'm gonna still give it a nice 7.5. I think it's very good. I'm pleasantly surprised. Now, this is an apple glaze. I've had an apple crisp, an apple crunch, an apple crumble, an apple street, strudel, an apple pie, an apple cake, a caramel apple, and the piece of apple Snow White choked on. It was so slobbery. But I've never had an apple glaze. I don't even know what that is, but to me it looks like a mix between a like apple cinnamon roll and a cake. Let's find out. Ooh. Okay, come on, hockey puck. Canadians love hockey, right? And they're right up there. Hey girl, I got your puck. Let me get the center, hold on. It was just a fly. That's not giving what it needs to give. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like canned apple pie filling on white bread. Oh, on a Pronto Pup. That's what it tastes like. I mean, there is a glaze and there is apple, so it's accurate to the title. But I don't know, yeah, like the crust itself is not buttery. It doesn't have any flavor. It just tastes like a sandwich without the fillings. And then the apple pie filling is very basic apple pie filling. It's actually less flavorful than your typical apple pie filling. Like it's apple pie filling if it was regressing. And we don't want to do that. You know, sometimes I get worried that I'm regressing in my stutter because I finished speech therapy like a year ago and it's been a long time and I don't know if I'm doing the techniques correctly anymore, but I just try to keep a smile on my face. You know, you're not my therapist. I don't need to tell you all that. Why'd I tell you that? It's too personal. In all seriousness, my inner saboteur does sometimes tell me all those terrible things, but at the end of the day, I'm so much better than I used to be. I'm so grateful I've grown, and I try to keep that in mind. Anyways, what am I saying? Timmy, focus. Yeah, this isn't it. I'm gonna have to give it a 3 out of 10. For an apple pie dessert? That's pathetic.
I came across this man-made lake and everyone was just staring at fish, just kind of barely even swimming. So it was riveting. Next up, we got turkey to-go sandwich. Now, I've heard of this place. It's pretty iconic. They make pulled turkey sandwiches. This is the menu. And look at this very nice man. He just showed up out of nowhere. Oh, kind sir. What a nice smile. Love him. So I got this turkey sandwich, as you can see, with some barbecue sauce and some Cajun seasonings.
I am currently seated at the Department of Natural Resources. There's a tree behind me. You see the tree? Natural. You see all this? Natural. A lot of people think it's a BBL. It's not. Maybe not. Maybe like half of it is. I got one cheek done. Oh my gosh, that guy at the turkey place. Did you see him? He was like smiling at the camera. He was so nice. He was like, "Are you a vlogger?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he was like, "What's your channel?" And I gave it to him and he was like, "I'm gonna subscribe right now." I think this might be my last taste test of the day because I'm getting so full and tired, but I feel like I've had a much better day today than I did yesterday. I feel like I know how to do the fair more. I'm becoming a Minnesotan. I learned how to film on benches, which made the day so much easier. Like, girl, I'm so excited for this turkey sandwich. I love turkey because it makes me sleep so good, but also I think it's chicken's better bloated sister. And I got some of their sweet, tangy barbecue sauce and some Cajun seasonings on it because I felt like I had to, you know, like if it was there, that means it needs toppings. I don't know. Apparently this is half a pound, which honestly doesn't feel that heavy, but I'm so buff at this point, I can't even tell what a half a pound is. I can only tell like 10 pounds, 20 pounds, things like that. It's just a new level. Oh my God, you know what? I don't want the bread. I have enough yeast in my life. Guys, I don't think that was me. That was either a ghost or the carved bear statue back there. He keeps growling. Let me tell you, this basic bread holds the turkey back so much. It tastes so much better on its own. This turkey is incredible. It might be some of the best turkey I've ever had. It is so moist. I think it's dark meat and white meat put together possibly. And it has so much flavor from within. It's almost like the turkey on its own has like all the flavor it needs. It tastes like smoked, but not hammy. I don't like meats that start to taste hammy. And it has this like maybe kick of cayenne, and it has this very simple but potent oniony, garlicky flavor like coming from the turkey itself that is so strong. This is better than pulled pork, better than any of the other pulled meats I've ever had. Without the bun, it's a 10. With the bun, it's like a 6. Honestly, the bun really hides the flavor so much. It's actually quite upsetting that it even exists around the turkey. What a fantastic ending to the second day. Tomorrow's the final day. We're gonna make it a good one. I promise you. I've given up so much for this family. So much. And I'm not gonna stop now.
Okay, divas, it is the final day. Okay, this is my final OOTD. I chose this outfit because it was the last clean outfit I had left. after being here for 6 days. And I do feel like it looks a little too Florida for Minnesota. This whole time, I feel like everyone's thought that I'm just a Minnesotan, not a tourist, but I think this is gonna really let them know the truth. I, once again, feel great. Didn't have a stomachache last night, which is so crazy because before filming this, I was kind of paranoid that I would feel like icky the whole time and nasty. I mean, I always feel a little nasty, but like nastier, but I feel great. You know what it is? The abundant freshwater resources. I'm being filtered. Anyways, let's go have a fantastic final day at the Minnesota State Fair. They call that the Minnesota mashed potato. Girlies, I'm here, but I was just plopped on the side of the road like a piece of bubble gum. My Uber driver didn't want to go into the drop-off area, which wasn't even crowded at all. And so out of the blue, he was like, can you get out here? And I was like, what? And he was like, can you get out here? And I was like, there's no sidewalk. And he was like, I can take you to the sidewalk. So he took me to the sidewalk. And then he was like, okay, thank you. And I just got out. I didn't say anything because I'm a people pleaser. I really just feel like a nasty piece of trash, which is a great way to start the day.
This state fair is so huge. I was discovering new things every day. I had no clue this section even existed. This is the International Bazaar. They had tons of shops with clothes and Caribbean heat hot sauces and like different food vendors. And it was just like a whole different vibe from the rest of the fair. And there was this couple with, I think, camel ears on. Don't ask me why. It's just Minnesotans being Minnesotans. They're quirky. And I saw this massive cow just being slid down the street, probably headed straight for the sausage factory. Am I right, Miss Hannigan? It is time for our first taste test of the day. We're having some Mexican food. Okay, so we got 2 items. We got the Quesadilla Taquitos and the chicken Flautas Dippers. Those are the dippers and those are new and it all looks delicious, does it not?
I found this gorgeous little bench right under a tree. If a bird cacas on me, don't worry, I'll just think it's sour cream. Oh, there was a bee on, no, that was not a bee. That was my little purse dangly thingy, my purse uvula. Yeah, there are a few bees around this area, but I do not have anything sweet or syrupy near me besides my personality. So I should be okay. You know what's missing at these fairs? Non-battered or breaded fried foods like taquitos and flauta, right? Everything has a breading, everything has a batter, but not these. These are just like fried tortillas. I love that. Also, you know what's missing here? Cuban food. I have not seen a Cuban booth. And you guys know I'm half Cuban, so half of me doesn't feel seen, but the other half felt very seen with that deep fried tater top meatball. Let's first try the new item, the Flautas Dippers. These have chicken. Wait, what else? Oh my God, too many bees. Fried chicken taquitos with salsa verde, crema, and crumbled cheese. Crumbled cheese, I'm assuming, is cotija or queso fresca. Are those the same things? Or are they just like sister cheeses? The Mary Kate and Ashley of cheeses, Maria Kate. Let's see. I don't have a drink. Go down, I feel like Ariel. Okay, so I was really gooped mainly by the salsa verde. This sauce on the bottom really has all the flavor. It's so limey. I can really taste the tomatillos. I think they have a blender back there because this tastes fresh. So they're definitely blending things. And then the sour cream kind of mixes with the salsa and makes it creamy. So it almost tastes like a green chili enchilada. Now the taquito itself is, I feel like I have a booger. Do I have a booger? I got beef, I got boogers. The taquito itself is fine. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like those old El Paso taquitos in the frozen section, like the chicken ones, but just a little bit fresher. Like the chicken tastes a little more real and the tortilla tastes crispier, but it still has that very basic taquito flavor. I'm not mad at that. I love basic taquitos and it goes so well with the salsa verde. In case you don't know, that means salsa that is green. And I see a bee that is yellow. God, let me focus. I want a beekeeper real bad. I should have brought my whole beekeeper gear and just done the fair that way. So I think I'm gonna give those taquitos a nice 7.5 out of 10. Very good sauce, mostly. I was comparing these to taquitos over and over. These are flautas. There's a big difference. The flauta is spelled very differently than taquito. That is the difference. These are taquitos. Now, these are not a new item, but I got them because obviously I've never had them. And I love quesadilla with all my heart. Like I could eat it every day. And I've never had quesadilla taquitos. I've only had tacos, the quesadilla. And I think this has the same green salsa on it, just like poured on top of it like a sauce with beef and cheese inside. Let's try it. Blessed damn, Lydia. I'm sorry, I had to dance, and I've never done that one before. It was very exciting for me. I love those. They're not perfect, but those are delicious. Do they taste like birria? No. Nothing like birria, but it tastes like a really, really incredible beef taquito, like a real fresh one. The beef on the inside is just like classic kind of shredded beefy beef. There's no really birria seasonings happening, but I kind of love the simplicity of the crispy tortilla with that beef. You know, it is a little dry though, so I'm grateful that it has this gorgeous salsa verde on it, which shined even more here because there was a thicker layer. But like I said, it's not giving birria. Why are you gonna call it quesadilla if it's not giving birria? These are simple, logical questions that should have been answered many moons ago. If it came with a nice spicy consomme you could dip it into, it would taste so much more like a birria and it would just give you the vibe more. But because it doesn't have any birria elements, I'm gonna have to take off about 3 points, but I still really loved it. Oh my God, I almost fell. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. What a good first taste test of the day. Thank you, big man.
You are welcome, my son. But I really don't care about how your taste test goes. I'm far too busy.
I know, I'm just still grateful.
We are now at the Peg. So this is the only sit-down restaurant in the whole fair. And they have burgers and fries and things like that. This little table area, very cute. So I got the flaming burger and the loaded pork fries as well.
Guys, I'm at a sit-down restaurant in the fair. This is luxurious. I love it. And it's pretty empty, so I can just be me completely. Oh, pop it, lock it. This place is called The Peg, which I'm sure is short for Peggy, because if it was just called that without it being a name, I'd be a little concerned. What are the values, the morals of this place? So must be Peggy. By the way, that's my wife's middle name. Her name is Tammy, Peggy Sue, Linda May, Wendy Lou, who? Takeout. But you can just call her Tam. Sometimes Tim Tam. She thinks she's an Australian snack. She's a little delusional. This looks so good. I ordered the famous flaming burger. Now, when I ordered that, I just feel a little bit awkward because if you've heard me, you know I sound like a hot Cheeto. And so I was like, can I get the flaming burger? But it was fine. Anyways, let's first try the loaded fries. I'm so hyped. So these have a boatload of French fries topped with barbecue pork, coleslaw, and drizzled with ranch and barbecue sauce. Sounds incredible. So it's like a pulled pork sandwich on top of fries. Oh, so great. Thank you. Guys, I don't think I'm related to Ella Enchanted because I just lied. I really like the coleslaw. I think it's the one beautiful trait. It's very crunchy, has a very fresh, sweet, mayonnaise-y coleslaw sauce. I think that the fries are a little undersalted, undercrisped, and they taste maybe possibly a tiny bit undercooked. And the pulled pork might be fresh and might be freshly pulled, like saltwater taffy, but it reminds me of, you know, those prepackaged shredded porks in like the refrigerated aisle with the Bob Bevins here and the hot dogs next to it as well and the bacon over here. All the pigs communicating. It tastes kind of like that. So the waitress keeps passing and she's so nice, so I'm trying to keep it quiet, guys. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 10. It's not bad. I can still eat it. I'm just not fully enjoying it. Next up, we have the flaming burger. Ooh, looks spicy. It has 2 hamburger patties with a spicy signature sauce and a slice of pepper jack cheese. So it seems like the sauce is more almost like a pickle Tagallo. It's kind of like that. It has like a bunch of chopped up, I think, jalapenos and like onions within the sauce. So that's exciting. It smells really good. It smells spicy. Let's go in. Oh, Peggy. You know, I like this more than I thought I would. Is it as spicy and flaming as the 5'7" Cuban sitting in this booth right now? No, but it's got a cute amount of spice. The sauce reminds me almost of a relish meets a hot sauce. So it has a sweetness. I could kind of taste a little bit of pineapple. Is there pineapple in this? I don't know. But it tasted very tropical. I felt like I was on the beach, but like a really spicy beach. And all the veggies were very crunchy. And it just kind of tastes like they were floating in Tabasco sauce, which I'm not mad at. I love Tabasco sauce, guys. I've been going to Panera recently. They have these hot sauce packets, I put it on everything. If I get a soup, I put it in the soup. If I get a sandwich, I drizzle it on the meats in the sandwich. If I get a baguette, I just dunk it in. So I like the sauce, I just wish there was more of it. The beef patties are not bad. They kind of just taste like a backyard beef patty, like someone's dad made it at a birthday party. It is simple, salt, pepper, it's fine. I do wish the bun was toasted, it's kind of cold, but not a bad burger. I'm gonna give it a very nice 6.5 out of 10. Now I'm not comparing it to like a sit-down restaurant Wagyu burger. Like it's not gonna wag at you, it doesn't have a tail. But like I would compare this to a fast food burger, you know?
Guys, we have a fountain that is kind of struggling. I felt like it was gurgling the water instead of spewing it. This is the haunted house. Guys, there's nothing scarier than those car salesmen blow up balloons. Nothing. The ozone layer hates to see this pork chop stand coming, but we're not having that. We are eating a deep fried piece of pie, and I chose deep fried pumpkin pie with cinnamon ice cream.
So I'm eating this indoors. I found a bench inside because I learned from yesterday, if you're eating something sweet, do not eat it outside because the bees will conquer it. The longer I'm in Minnesota, the more things I learn, the more I say a boot. Anyways, this is fried pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin pie. It's my favorite pie in the world. A lot of people think it's mushy and nasty. Those are people that I don't associate myself with because I don't feel safe around them. So like this is kind of like a pumpkin empanada happening here. So let's first try this cinnamon ice cream. The guy was like, would you like vanilla or cinnamon? And I said, do you have cinnamon? And he said, we do. And I said, cinnamon. That sounds so much more exciting. Why would I pick the boring option? So here we go. You know, flavor-wise, that tastes like a horchata, but with a Latina flair sucked out of it. It is very simple. It literally just tastes like cinnamon, sugar, and milk, but I kind of like that. It's a little icy in texture. That's the one downside, but it's good. It is time for the fried pumpkin pie. I'm nervous. Oh my God. Look at that. Oh, let's see. Oh my God. You know, I've never in my life had a hot apple pie. I've only had it cold. But you know what? I think this temperature works. And that's what Marmy said when Beth's fever broke. It somehow makes it taste richer and ooier and gooier. It literally tastes like homemade pumpkin pie filling. It has all the rich spices, but not too much of any of them. This is perfect in every way. It's so creamy. And then the crust is not like an empanada crust. It's much more like a pie crust, but just fried. This is just the perfect dessert. 10 out of 10. Oh my goodness. I just passed by this person trying to get a bee out of their root beer. And they were like, get out of my root beer. I've been there. I've been there. And I know I'm just hoping they're able to persevere and grow the way I have.
Next up, we're trying deep fried olives on a stick. They have green and black olives.
Okay, so a lot of you know. Oh wait, I didn't take a close-up video. I always forget that part.
Past filming, Timmy, you can't do anything right, can you?
So a lot of you girlies know, I have never liked olives. I have always thought that they taste kind of like a tire from an 18-wheeler. There's something about the flavor that reminds me of rubber. So to be honest, I've barely had them in the past couple years because I just know that I don't like them. But I'm on this new food journey of experimentation, trying new things. There's a bee next to my camera. Do not land on my camera, I swear. Wait, why is there so many? There's something in the trash can that is attracting them. We're leaving, we're out of here. Thomas J, not today. I'm just gonna sit here. What was I saying? I've been broadening my taste bud horizons. They've been getting extra plump on my tongue. You know, what if the fried flavor makes them taste good? That's totally possible. Also, they're apparently stuffed with cream cheese. And I love crema queso, especially Philadelphia. I've eaten half a block before with my teeth, like it was a Rice Krispie treat, but it wasn't. It was cream cheese. And it came with ranch, so you can't go wrong with ranch and cream cheese. Let's try it out. These are green olives, by the way, just because I'm in a Grinch mood. So good. You know, they're just as vile as I remember. And that's okay. Even though I'm a world-renowned food critic that is completely respected by all the big names like Gordon Ramsay and Rachel Ray, there's certain foods that I think I'm just never gonna like. And I think olives are one of them. It tasted like a deep-fried 18-wheel tire. Imagine that rolling past you on the road. You'll be like, oh, can I get a bite? To be fair, the breading did taste good. It tastes kind of like a frozen mozzarella stick breading. Love that. It's a little cake. You didn't see that? That wasn't me, that was a bee. They're just always throwing pollen everywhere, trying to keep the earth going. Girl, give it up. It's a little cakey on the inside, very crispy on the outside, and the cream cheese within does add a nice kind of jalapeno popper effect to it, but instead of a jalapeno, we have, O'Reilly Auto Parts. That's what we got. Fried O'Reilly. So I'm gonna have to give it a 4 to be fair. But it's actually 1. I'm just really trying to be a good food critic, please.
It's time for some cheese curd tacos. So they have a lot of different flavors you can mix and match, which is what I did. And they also have this new pizza cheese curd taco. But I got an original and a box checker. I will let you know what all the ingredients are in a second. But yeah, this is what they look like.
So I know you're probably disappointed that I did not get the new item, which was the pizza cheese curd taco. But you know what? I don't think you should be telling me what to do. I'm your mother. We're on vacation. We've been planning this Minnesota State Fair trip since the last state fair, and you're ruining it for all of us. I thought the bees were the worst thing here. No, you are. Get your attitude together. Every time a mother possesses me, I feel so empowered. What are these flavors? I thought they sounded a bit more interesting than the pizza version, to be honest. Okay, so this is the original. Right here, it has brat. It just says brat. I think they probably mean bratwurst, or it could have chunks of Charlie XCX's last album on it. Either one, I don't know. And then it also has cheese curds, of course, lettuce, and Baja. I'm assuming Baja is the orange looking sauce, which, what is that, like Chipotle sauce? Like Baja? Aha. Let me Google it. What is Baja sauce? A creamy, zesty, and slightly spicy condiment popular in Mexican cuisine, often described as a creamy red bell pepper and jalapeno sauce. Sounds amazing. Let's try that one first. Okay, so you can see the chunk of brat. Let's party. It's Charlie. And then the cheese curds and the sauce, okay. That's the original. Mama, make it unoriginal. I don't like it. Ugh. Wait, I'm trying to focus. It has so many issues. I'm trying to pick one to talk about first. The shell reminds me of, you know, those really greasy, like shell bowls that you can put like a taco salad into that no one ever actually eats. They just get kind of soggy. It tastes just like that, but like even greasier. And there's no saltiness, no nothing, just greasy fried nastiness. And then the bratwurst is like leather. It is so tough. I don't understand how you could take a bratwurst and make it even worse. It's so overcooked that I literally cannot taste the bratwurst at all. It just tastes like a chewy piece of nothing. And then the Baja sauce just tastes like mayonnaise. So I'm getting mayonnaise-y leather and a greasy shell. Bon appetit. No, thank you. I have to give that, I'm sorry guys, I have to give that a 2 out of 10. But the other one sounds more promising. It's the box checker. It has chicken, bacon, cheddar curds, lettuce, and ranch. Okay, so it's a chicken bacon ranch taco. I don't know why I still had a ray of hope left, but the ray is gone. Once again, shell, horrible. The cheese curds are too salty. I could taste them more here, but they're just too much also. And they were so extremely greasy, just like the cheese curds I got from the other place. What's up with everyone loving cheese curds? You know, if I was in Wisconsin, they probably wouldn't taste as bad because they know their cheese. They know how to ferment. I honestly couldn't taste the chicken whatsoever. I could taste the bacon, and that did add a little something, and that little something was more grease. And then the ranch tasted just like the Baja sauce, like mayonnaise. Hellmann's. I'm also give that one a 2 out of 10. One of the worst things I've tried this trip. So I'm sorry, cheese, pizza, curd, whatever your name is, but fix it before you sell it, please.
So I really wanted to try a Fluffy's donut, but when I got there, I saw that the donuts were infested with the bees, spewing honey everywhere, taking over everything. I hate them so much. So I said no thank you to a Fluffy's donut because I did not want to be chased down by a swarm. So instead, I went to Pickle Dog and I got the, wait, where is it? The Fire Dog, that one. It's a spicy pickle dog. I'll explain what this is in a second.
So when I saw the sign Pickle Dog, I assumed it was maybe a hot dog with a pickle on it, or a pickle with a hot dog on it, or a hot dog in a pickle, or a pickle in a hot dog. I did not expect it to be just a pickle with cream cheese and pastrami. And I got the spicy version, so it has jalapenos too. But honestly, that sounds mighty fine. That sounds really good because pastrami's kind of like medium salty, pickles like refreshing and salty, and then the cream cheese is not salty, so it can tame all that. I'm already reviewing it without taste testing it. Let's just taste test it, right? Timmy, shut up. Okay, this is it. Oh, stop staring at me. Mm. Mm. Oh my god, guys, I'm gagging, you know, like in a good way. You know, when you're at home and you're hungry, but you don't have a lot of groceries, you just have some lunch meat, some cream cheese, and some pickles, and you make a little like roll out of it. It tastes like that, but 20 times better. That pastrami is some of the most flavorful pastrami I've ever had. Like very salty without being too salty somehow. Amazing tender texture. My molars sunk right in, and they said, "Is this salami? Bologna?" It's pastrami. The pickle was so crunchy, so sour, so fresh. And there was the perfect amount of cream cheese, perfect amount of spice. It was just simple perfection. And it's also lighter compared to other fare snacks. You know, I know it's probably so full of sodium that I could truly float away right now and they would think that I was a state fair balloon in the sky. Like, I'm the new mascot. Hi, how y'all doing? But other than the sodium, it's mostly like protein and vegetables. So that's a salad. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Slade, one of my favorite things.
Last but certainly not least, I went to Coasters. Not for an ice cold beer, but for an Uncrustable Burger. It is exactly what it sounds like, and it's as shocking as it looks. Let's try it.
Girlies, I think I've reached my limit of fried foods. I think this is the last taste test of the video. I just feel in my soul and also in my arteries that this is where I should stop, but I could not leave this state fair without trying the Uncrustable Burger, the monstrosity of the fair. And isn't it fitting that I'm ending the video next to a sign that says Minnesota? I feel like that's very poetic. So in case if you don't know what this is, it's an Uncrustable peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Well, 2 of them, deep fried, and then they put a beef patty, lettuce and tomato, cheese, and burger sauce within them. How disgusting is that? I'm so excited. I feel like this is a rite of passage for me. I think this is when I'm actually gonna become a man. Imagine I take a bite and I start
Talking like this. Oh my god, I need more Uncrustable burgers right now. Trucks.
So let's try this. It's the heaviest thing I've ever felt. This is 10 pounds of vile.
Look at the grease on my man fingers. It's like I'm wearing lip gloss, but marketed towards men. Bro, shine.
You know, I gotta say, other than the buckets and buckets of pure fat, this kind of tastes good. It kind of does. Once again, the beef patty, just like the other burger, tastes like a backyard patty. Nothing special. And the toppings taste fine. The burger sauce tastes kind of like Big Mac sauce, but a little bit sweeter and a little less tangy. But I gotta say, the Uncrustables kind of go well with the burger. I think that it's the peanut butter. The peanut butter combines with the cow, and it makes something special. It kind of almost reminds me of like a Thai dish because of like the peanut flavor. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like a Thai burger grease fest. And the jelly, like you can't really taste it because the peanut butter is so strong. And I have to say they're perfectly fried. Like they are so crunchy on the outside and very soft and ooey gooey on the inside. It's all kind of melted. So it's really not bad. Did we end this video on a good note? We started with Tony the tiger, dried up chicken, and we're ending with this. It looks like a UFO. There's definitely some extraterrestrials in there. They're always so extra. I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. Curlies, the video's over. This was such an exciting trip for me. I made 2 massive videos. I tried some great food. I tried some demonic entities, but overall, it was a blast. So thank you so much for watching. If you watched this whole thing, you are that girl. Subscribe, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you guys next video. Bye, girlies.